And we are back for day 2 of the final playoffs of the Gauteng Basketball League. Starting us off, we have Johannesburg versus EKURHULENI for the under 16 boys division. The ball is up and the jump ball goes to Johannesburg. The game is quick to move and the ball is currently in the hands of number 10, I believe. Number 11 going in for a basket, and he makes the first basket for the game as well as for his team. Number 11 moving the ball to their side of the court, passing the ball around, trying to find an opening. There is a ball there by the whistle, leading the ball back in the hands of Johannesburg. Number 10 is squeezing through the defense, attempts to pass to number 22, however the ball slips the hand of number 22 and lands back in the hands of EKURHULENI. Number 5 of EKURHULENI trying to set up a game plan on how they will squeeze through. There was a pass there to number 11, however it slipped his hands, landing the ball back in the hands of Johannesburg. The first foul of the match goes to Johannesburg. Number 9 takes his first shot, however the first one does not go in. The second one goes up and it goes in, unfortunately for EKURHULENI. EKURHULENI though is quick to move as the ball is already past the halfway mark. They're passing the ball there, trying to find an opening through the defense of Johannesburg. Johannesburg is showing some great defense here, closing each and every gap that EKURHULENI is trying to open. Number 5 attempts there to squeeze through the defense, however cannot, passing to number 11. Number 4, and number 4 making his first basket for EKURHULENI. Luckily for EKURHULENI, number 4 has been fouled and is going for his 2-shot attempt. The first one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it in. My mistake, it was only a 1-shot attempt and the ball is back in the hands of Johannesburg. And a basket there by number 14 of Johannesburg. Showing great defense here, blocking every single opening that EKURHULENI is trying to open. Number 4 going for a basket attempt, however the ball lands in the hands of Johannesburg. EKURHULENI is quick to go to their defense positions. Number 10 with a 3-shot attempt, however it doesn't make it in. The ball bounces off the rims into the hands of number 11 of EKURHULENI. EKURHULENI fighting for that basket, however, a rebound there by number 10 of Johannesburg. And a 3-point attempt there, however it goes out of bounds and the ball is back in the hands of EKURHULENI. Number 6 trying to squeeze through the defense, however passes the ball to number 15 who attempts the basket, however it doesn't make it through the hoop and it lands in the hands of Johannesburg. Johannesburg taking it slow a bit, setting up their offense or their attack. And a 3-point attempt there and it makes it in, ladies and gentlemen. Number 10 makes a 3-pointer for his team. same here, trying to set up. And number 4 retaliating to that 3-pointer. Another 3-point for EKURHULENI. 5 and 6 there, trying to stop the ball. However, they are unsuccessful there as the ball is still in the hands of Johannesburg. Number 22 with a basket for Johannesburg. Johannesburg is quick to move back to their defense position. Number 4 finding number 15 inside, and number 15 taking the opportunity to make a basket for his team. That is another 2 points for EKURHULENI. A long pass there to number 4 of Johannesburg. However, the ball slips his hands and going out of bounds. The ball is back in the hands of EKURHULENI. EKURHULENI trying to find yet another space through the defense. Number 11 passing to number 4, and 4 making the basket. That is yet another 2 points for EKURHULENI. Number 9 there attempting a basket, and there was no foul call there, and the ball is back in the hands of EKURHULENI. A quick inbound there from 4 to 5, and they are slowly moving the ball across the court. Number 4 slicing through the defense of Johannesburg and attempting a basket. Unfortunately, it only rolls on the rim, allowing Johannesburg to take the ball. An interception of the ball there by number 11, attempting a basket. However, the ball is still in the hands of Johannesburg. Number 22 cutting through the defense of EKURHULENI, attempting a basket. However, it doesn't make it through the hoop. And luckily for EKURHULENI, there was a foul made on one of their players, landing the ball back in their hands. Number 10 there with a great interception of the ball and quickly moving into their side of the court. One of the players of Johannesburg have been fouled, leading to the ball being back in their hands. And a 3-pointer there by number 10 of Johannesburg. Number 11 passing to number 15, who is inside of the 3-point mark. Johannesburg showing great defense here. With a jump shot there, and it is successful, ladies and gentlemen. It goes right through the hoop. A timeout has been called there by the coach of EKURHULENI. The score is currently 15-9, and it has been an intense game so far. We are only minutes into the first quarter, and the scores do not have much of a difference. Two teams are making their way back onto the court. Bit of motivation there. Hopefully the coaches have strategized a way forward just to keep this the most interesting game. 15 there with an attempted jump shot, however it doesn't make it. Ball is back in the hands of Johannesburg, and number 14 there with 2 points for his team. Number 11 there trying to cut through the defense, however is abruptly stopped. Though he does have an opportunity and he attempts a 3-pointer, however, it doesn't make it through the hoop. The ball is back in the hands of Johannesburg. Number 22 there with a basket attempt, but the basket does not make it through the hoop. Luckily for number 22, he does get fouled. The first one, unfortunately for Johannesburg, doesn't make it in. But number 22 still does have a second opportunity. The second one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it in. It does get rebounded, however, and is in the hands of EKURHULENI. Number 5 telling his team to slow down a little bit. Number 4 trying to cut through the defense there, however cannot execute, leading number 9 to steal the ball and make a basket for his team. Number 11 there with some great footwork. End of the first quarter. Both teams, Johannesburg and EKURHULENI, have shown to be very strong teams throughout the entire league, and today, since it is the finals, they are clearly fighting for the win. As we can see, both teams are discussing amongst themselves, and the coaches trying to figure out a game plan for the rest of the match. EKURHULENI hopefully trying to figure out how to bring up their score, as Johannesburg is currently leading. EKURHULENI, they're exceeding the limit a little bit for this break, and they are being called back onto the court. And the game is back on. The ball is in the hands of EKURHULENI. Many attempts there for a basket, however, all do not make it in, which is unlucky for EKURHULENI as they really need every basket that they could make. Number 13, who has been subbed in immediately into the game, collecting a foul from one of the players of Johannesburg. The first one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it through the hoop. Bit of motivation there for number 13 by his teammates. Second one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it in. The rebound though is taken by Johannesburg, who quickly moves the ball throughout the court. Number 9 clearly trying to open a space for his team, trying to find an opening in the defense of EKURHULENI. And he goes for a three-pointer, and it makes it right through the net, ladies and gentlemen, right before the shot clock goes off. Number 11 trying to retaliate, however, unfortunately for EKURHULENI, it is not a 3 points, it is but a 2 points for EKURHULENI. Number 22 there, slicing through the defense of EKURHULENI. Quick to move the ball. Clearly, the few baskets that they've made so far have given them enough motivation and confidence to at least bring up their spirit. 13 there, I believe he was attempting to collect a foul, however, no foul call was made. And number 5 takes the rebound, goes straight to the hoop, and attempts a basket, however, the basket doesn't make it through the hoop. Unluckily for EKURHULENI, number 5 will be taking a shooting 2, so hopefully he does make it count, because EKURHULENI can really use any single score that they make, as the difference between Johannesburg and EKURHULENI currently is only 11 points. His first shot goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it through the hoop. Some motivation there for number 5 by his teammates, hopefully giving him enough motivation for the second one. The second one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it. It bounces off the rims, allowing number 9 to rebound. Number 9 passing to 22. 22 does not seize the opportunity to make a 3 points. The players of Johannesburg clearly trying to confuse EKURHULENI with all the fakes that they're making, all the passing. However, they waste a bit of time there and the shot clock goes off, landing the ball in the hands of EKURHULENI. Number number 11 with a jump shot there, and it makes it right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. For a second there, you can clearly see the players thought that it wouldn't, as they were ready to claim the rebound. However, it did. 11 trying his best to get the ball. Number 22 with a jump shot, unfortunately doesn't make it. Number 6 with the rebound, claiming the ball back for EKURHULENI. 13 immediately cutting and making another basket for EKURHULENI. Back in the hands of EKURHULENI. Number 13 there, clearly bouncing the ball too hard, had to slow down and figure out how he was going to attack the defense of Johannesburg. Number 6, they were almost losing the ball for EKURHULENI as he almost went out of bounds. Number 11 immediately takes the inbound and attempts a three-pointer. However, number 22 takes the rebound. Both teams are applying pressure with their defense strategies. Clearly, we can see that both teams have come up with a new strategy to bring up their scores, as Johannesburg is leading, but they need to make a bit more points to at least have a stronger lead. Number 9 immediately going to his side of the court. Still lands in the hands of EKURHULENI. A risky pass there to number 15 as he was surrounded by players. However, the ball lands back in the hands of Johannesburg. Number 7 and 9 showing some great defense and getting the ball back for their team, EKURHULENI. And the ball goes to number 13. Immediately with a three-pointer attempt, however it doesn't make it in. Stopping there, causing him to walk and landing the ball back in the hands of EKURHULENI. And a timeout has been called by the coach of Johannesburg. We can clearly see that the game plan for EKURHULENI for the second quarter was to bring up the score as much as they possibly could, as each of the players are attempting three-pointers. 13 fighting to make the basket. However, the ball lands into the hands of Johannesburg. Number 4 squeezing through the another 2 points for EKURHULENI. Number 10 with a 3-pointer there. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in for Johannesburg. The ball is back in the hands of Number 13 there attempted a basket, however it did not make it in. Luckily for number 13, he did get fouled, meaning that he will be making a shot attempt. The first one goes in and right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. Goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it. It bounces off the rim, allowing number 22 of Johannesburg to rebound. Number 22 immediately trying for a basket. However, it doesn't make it in. Luckily for number 22, he does have a shot at making up for that basket as he has been fouled. The first one goes in and unfortunately doesn't make it through the net. The second one goes up and it makes it right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. But the game is quick to move as EKURHULENI quickly inbounds the ball. Number 7 driving through the defense of Johannesburg and attempting a basket. However, he doesn't make it in. That is the end of the second quarter. The scores are showing a bit of a difference, but not a lot. Johannesburg is still holding their lead. The scores are currently 23-18 to Johannesburg. Johannesburg seems a bit more relaxed there compared to EKURHULENI, or maybe the team of Johannesburg is just a bit tired as it has been a very intense game so far. we are back. It was currently halftime, and neither of the teams took the time to practice or warm up for the third quarter. Both were clearly talking it out, making an action plan for the third quarter. And Joburg starts us off with a inbound there. However, they are quick to react. Number 10 trying to find an opening, passing to 14. 14 passing to a teammate. Number 7 there with the rebound after many attempts made by Johannesburg. Luckily for number 5 there, the fall wasn't for nothing, as he has been fouled and is going for a shot. The first one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it in. Some motivation there and hopefully enough to give him confidence for the second shot. The second one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it. Bounces off the back of the rim into the hands of number 9. The ball is quick to move though, as it is already on the side of the Johannesburg court. Number 14 there with a quick basket for his team. Trying for a basket there, however, doesn't make it. Luckily for number 7, he is using his tallness to an advantage to make the rebound for his team. However, the ball still does slip the hands of EKURHULENI, back in the hands of Johannesburg. Number 10 there with a 3-point attempt, however, he doesn't make it. The rebound is taken by number 4 of EKURHULENI. Bit of slip up there, but the ball is still in the hands of EKURHULENI. Number 9 and 10 they have fouled number 7. Two teams are really trying to make at least one basket for their teams. Number 10 with another 3-point attempt. However, it doesn't make it through the hoop, unfortunately for Johannesburg. Though they are still leading, they need to make a few more baskets, just have a bit of a stronger lead to make it harder for EKURHULENI to catch up. And there was another basket there for Johannesburg. 13-7, passing amongst themselves, trying to find an opening. However, the ball slips the hands of number 13, goes out of bounds, and lands in the hands of Johannesburg. Number 14 of Johannesburg has been fouled and is going for the first shot attempt. The first one goes up. Number 14 of Johannesburg, and makes it in. The second one goes up and it makes it right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to cut through the defense of Johannesburg, hoping for a foul. However, he doesn't make it through. The ball is back in the hands of Johannesburg, and Johannesburg is carrying a very strong lead currently. Went for a 3-pointer, however, it did not make it in, leading the ball back in the hands of Johannesburg. Number 13, cutting through the defense of Johannesburg, hoping for a basket there. Unfortunately, he cannot make it through the hoop. A basket for his team. Number 4 slipping the ball a little bit, and the ball is back in the hands of EKURHULENI. The ball yet again is going in and out of the hands of these players as they are both trying to make as many baskets as they possibly can. Number 22 of Johannesburg has been fouled and is going for his shot attempt. The first one goes up and right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. Number 22 bouncing the ball a little bit. And the second one goes up. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in. And number 7 takes the rebound yet again. Number 11 there attempted to cut through the defense of Johannesburg and attempt a basket. Unfortunately, the basket wasn't successful. Luckily for number 11, he did get a foul. However, the first one does not make it through the hoop. The second one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it through. By the players of EKURHULENI, however, all did not make it through the basket. However, a great save there by number 5 passing. Quickly, as both teams are fighting for the win. We are currently in the third quarter and the scores are currently 32-25. Number 13 was fouled though before the end of the third quarter, and the first basket makes it right through, ladies and gentlemen. He is going for his second shot, and the second one unfortunately doesn't make it through the hoop. Both teams are currently back on the court, not before receiving a bit of team spirit from one another. EKURHULENI starting us off with a smooth inbound, and the game immediately commences. Johannesburg is currently in their defense positions and is trying their very best, and clearly they are being successful. However, number 7 squeezes through the defense and manages to make it another basket for EKURHULENI. 22. Number 11 retaliating, however, his three-pointer attempt there was unsuccessful. Luckily for number 11, after he drove through the defense of Johannesburg, he did get fouled. Bouncing the ball there, giving himself a bit of encouragement for the first one. Unfortunately, doesn't make it through the hoop. He prepares himself for the second one, and the second one goes up and it makes it right through the hoop, ladies and gentlemen. That is another basket for EKURHULENI. Great interception of the ball there by number 7. He seizes the opportunity to make it another basket for his team. Johannesburg trying to find a space to the defense of EKURHULENI. And EKURHULENI manages to make the shot clock go off before number 7 with yet another rebound for his team, giving EKURHULENI a bit of an upper hand. A long pass there to number 11. Unfortunately, as he attempts a basket, he does get fouled, which is killing a bit of momentum here. Number 4 with a basket there for his team. The coach of Johannesburg calling another timeout, because clearly he can see whatever EKURHULENI have been told is working, as the scores are currently very close. Johannesburg is currently leading by 1 point. Johannesburg, landing the ball back in the hands of Johannesburg, of EKURHULENI. Number 5. The ball is bouncing in and out of these players' hands. The game is very intense. The spectators are going wild. Both the coaches and the team players are sweating as the game is very tight. Number 22 with a 3-pointer there. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in. Trying to find an opening for a basket. Unfortunately, he cannot make the basket. Luckily for number 22, he has been fouled. Hopefully giving him the chance to bring up the score a little bit so Johannesburg can be back in the lead. Unfortunately for number 22 and Johannesburg, the first one doesn't make it through the hoop. One goes up and doesn't make it in. The rebound though is taken by EKURHULENI, number 13 immediately. Unluckily for number 13, the foul wasn't so serious, so it was only an inbound. Another basket. And luckily for number 4, it makes it right through the hoop. However, Johannesburg immediately going for the attack, making every open space to make a basket. Unfortunately, and somehow the ball lands back in the hands of Johannesburg. Number 10 trying to get a greater lead with a 3-point attempt there. Unfortunately, number 7 takes yet another rebound, giving EKURHULENI the opportunity to bring up their score. Both teams are fighting for the win. Number 5 with a jump shot attempt there. Unfortunately, number 9 takes the rebound for his team. And EKURHULENI immediately goes back to offense. With a basket attempt there, unfortunately doesn't make it in. Luckily for EKURHULENI, number 7 does take the rebound. Unfortunately, after he attempts a basket, the ball lands in the hands of number 10. Number 5 trying to retaliate, however, no basket was made there. The ball is back in the seconds left on the clock. Fortunately for them, it was only a 2-point difference, and they were very lucky
really, really worked today. They really, really worked. I'm so happy for these guys. I'm always telling them, you can finish your high school career without ever winning anything. And they are champions today, Johannesburg. Let's go.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Coach. I'm here with
Kenny Muganza.
great game from you guys securing the title this season. How to? I'm already in the sequence. Great game from you guys. What a fantastic one, intense game. How do you feel about your performance?
We pushed through. We went through injuries to play this game. We, as coach said, we were undermanned, but then we pushed through all our limits. We wanted this win. We were hungry for it. We prepared for it, and we got that win today.
Do we see you all defending this title next season as well?
I do. I really do.
Thank you very much. Hope you'll enjoy your day.
Thank you very much.
You said I must go. When I'm gone, my mind's already there. I'm going on the team.